her parents, and they were going to go out to dinner after that. I guess he asked to come with. They said no. So then he went out to go to McDonald's, I think it was.
Who's he?
OJ.
Okay.
Went out to go to McDonald's with his person that was living in, like, the back house.
McDonald's always gets in the middle.
I know. What's up with McDonald's? And then after that is, the murders and whatnot.
According to a June 15th, 1994 Los Angeles Times article published 3 days after his death, Goldman probably met Brown 6 weeks before they were killed, when he then borrowed her Ferrari that O.J. Simpson bought her, which would drive any man crazy. $500,000 sports car and some other guy with a hoop earring is driving it. They grew increasingly close, accompanying each other to dance clubs and meeting for coffee and dinner. That sounds like exactly what the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I wasn't there, I'm just saying I can only go off of what it says. According to the article, he had borrowed her car when he met his friend Craig for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
According to Clark, he told him it was her car, but that it was not. He didn't know what they were, and he didn't know if he would use the term girlfriend. He said they were certainly friends, maybe more.
Okay. But my question is, why would a restaurant let him, I don't know.
Accidentally left her sunglasses on the table. So, check me out. You work at X place, and you work at X restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And your friend's parents, or your friend and her parents come in to work, and they forget something. Would it not be up to you, because you know them, like, hey, can I just bring this back to them real quick? They live right around the corner.
I mean, I guess you could, but if I was a business owner, I wouldn't let that happen.
Right, but that's a hypothetical. That's not what happened, so you can't.
It just doesn't...
You're going to be a business owner, and one day someone's going to say, hey, can I do this? And you're going to say,
no.
That's how murders happen. No.
That's how you're going to get killed.
Look it up, bro. That's how murders happen. Leave the sunglasses here. So it looks like Brown's mother, Judith Brown, had accidentally left her sunglasses on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is how it happens. Although he had not served their table, he knew them, so he agreed to take them to her after he got off of work.
Okay.
He went to his apartment. Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't even get into the apartment. He was stabbed outside.
They both were stabbed outside.
No, I'm saying he didn't even get into the apartment. Condominium, whatever.
Okay. Makes sense, okay. Alright, what other evidence you got?
Let's do it. Let's
see what you got.
Hairs consistent with that of Simpson found on a cap at the Bundy residence, and he was known to wear the same kind of hat.
Alright, well, let's go with the hair. The hair is...
Did they have DNA hair technology in 1994?
Yeah, they had the technology. It first came out.
Okay.
This case was the first case to use... I'm pretty sure to use DNA evidence.
And hairs consistent found with with that of Simpson found on Ron Goldman's shirt.
If he was wearing a hat, then how'd the hair get there?
Well,
he has short hair.
You're wearing a hat right now, and I
he
can
has
see
short
a lot
hair.
of your hair. Okay, but so does he has short hair in the same style that you have short hair, and there's still hair exposed.
Okay, then how'd they find
You ever see somebody wearing
I'm curious.
a hairnet?
Okay, if the hair is that short,
a struggle.
How's it gonna cut? You can't pull it.
What you mean you can't pull
Your
it?
hair.
No, he has not short hair like you. He had long, like a mini afro. Not a mini afro, but it was thick.
I might be thinking of him now.
Yeah, because he's old now. He had thicker hair back then. It was short, but it was thicker. If you're scraping with somebody, you know what I mean?
Okay, you do have me on the hair part. I can't really rebuttal that.
Okay. Fiber evidence. Cotton fibers consistent with the carpet in the Bronco found on the glove at Rockingham. Fibers consistent with the carpet in the Bronco found on the cap at the Bundy residence. That doesn't really mean anything. That means the cap could have been in the back of his car and he had put it on that day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Blood evidence. This is where for me is the blood evidence. Killer dropped blood near shoe prints at Bundy. Shoes consistent with a pair owned by Orenthal James Simpson.
Okay.
Blood dripped out of Bundy was same type as Simpson's, which was a match. So it was both of their blood. He had cuts on his hand. Blood found in the foyer, in the master bedroom, and in the steps at the Simpson home at OJ's house. And it was. They don't know if it was like fresh or not, but there was blood there.
You can clearly tell the difference between fresh
Correct.
and blood.
Correct, but it just doesn't say it here. I'm sure there's thousands of more documents just on the blood, but whatever. Blood found in Simpson's driveway. Blood found on the socks in OJ's home matched Nicole's. That is the biggest part. He had blood on his socks that matched her blood. And it was found at the house the day after. How else would there be blood from an ex-wife on your socks in
Mark
your
Furman.
house? What?
Mark Furman,
I don't know. what
the
that
cop.
is.
Here's the thing. The amount of blood that was at his house was very, very minimal.
Yeah,
Like-
because the pooling started after they had their throats cut.
But the way... If you're cutting someone's throat, you're getting a shit ton of blood on you.
Right, but we don't have the clothing he was wearing.
Okay, but you're still going to have a shit ton of blood on you, and there's going to be more blood. Like, at the house.
Well, that's one argument.
Think about it. He's
you have to
taking off
explain
of
the
his
blood
clothes.
that's there. You can't
He's
necessarily
taking
say there
off
would
of
be
his
more.
clothes,
Okay.
soaked in blood after killing 2 people, like literally severating, like almost taking her neck off, which clearly takes whatever the carotid artery.
Yeah.
That thing
Okay.
bleeds a lot.
Yeah, they were both found in a pool of blood. That's been established.
Yes. So where's all this other blood? Where's the tracksuit? Where's the knife?
There was blood all over the Bronco, wasn't there?
Not a lot.
I can't.
So why
explain
isn't
that.
there all? He wouldn't have taken his clothes off.
The only thing I know is that
Probably.
there was blood in the Bronco.
There was.
blood on his shoes. There was blood on his sock. There was blood on both gloves. There was blood in the bathroom. There was blood on the stairs. There was blood in the foyer. There was blood on his socks that matched her blood. How else? Just explain this for me. How else would blood from an ex-wife be on your sock? How else would it be there?
On your sock?
On the sock, how could it be there?
Get planted.
Who planted it?
Probably Furman.
He just had a vendetta. He knew. Wasn't this found that night?
It was found approximately 5 in the morning. I wanna
So
say.
one cop conjured this whole thing up.
It's really not that much work.
So
Drop a few drops of blood,
how
drop
do you
a sock.
how do you
drop
explain the
glove.
blood in the Bronco?
The blood in the Bronco?
And what would be his motivation for putting
Okay,
OJ
let's-
away?
He doesn't like black people. He did not like black people. He was
I feel like
very
that's like
racist.
a whole other thing.
He was a very racist man. We'll play the tapes, which I will. When we do play it, I'll warn everybody that it's a very graphic tape. But here's the thing.
Was this Furman, Mark Furman?
Yes, there was not too much, like, there wasn't a lot of blood in the Bronco to what there should have been. And why leave the left glove at the scene, but bring the right glove with, if he's right-handed? When you take gloves off, what's the first hand you normally take your glove off?
What is what?
Like, what's the first hand you take a glove off?
My right?
Are you righty?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's right-handed. So why? If you're okay, let me, before I go too
Water,
far.
running water.
If you're driving, what hand do you normally drive with on the steering wheel?
Honestly, my left.
Your left?
I drive with my left, yeah.
Okay, you're kind of an outlier then. That doesn't help.
I know.
But majority of people who are righty will drive with their
It
right.
just feels weird to lean away like that. I don't know. That's just the way I drive. I don't know.
Yeah.
I drive like this because my hand is right here and I drive like this.
So why?
Touch the radio, answer the phone, which I know is too. I never do that. If my insurance company's listening, I've never touched anything other than the steering wheel in my car. I swear to God.
I don't understand why leave the left glove and take the right.
Stuff happens quick. You ever been
Okay.
into an argument quick? Let's just go to this. Well, don't say
My
any names.
arguments tend to
Hold on,
lead
don't
up.
say any names. You were involved in a skirmish a couple months ago, right? I know you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah,
Where were your keys?
my keys.
Where was your phone? You remember what kind of socks you had on? Kind of
My
hard.
phone
when-
was in my pocket. My keys were in my left pocket, is where I keep my keys. And
What
where was
happened
my what? My
right
socks
after?
were on my feet.
Okay, what happened right after some person was on the ground and you were doing this? The minute after, what did you do? Did you walk away?
Oh, okay. Now I know what situation you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Kind of hard to remember, isn't it?
No, I got
And you
pulled off.
Okay, and then who pulled you off?
I'm not gonna think. Can't say.
Okay, but you remember.
Yes.
Okay.
I do remember that day in very detail, very much.
But you can admit that you ever been in an accident, or you ever been something happening where everything was happening so quick you don't remember exactly what happened. Really?
I'm pretty good at that.
Well,
But I'm also kind of trained to remember that.
Oh, that's true.
I'm trained to remember
for what
details.
you do. Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. But you can understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You don't remember exactly what was happening. Even if you get in an argument with someone sometimes, you don't remember exactly what you said.
No.
You don't remember what that person was saying. No, I'm
Where is
talking
this
about
leading
in
to?
general. I'm talking
I'm
about in
confused.
general.
Where is this leading?
You're talking about how he was why he took the left glove off, why he left this glove, why he hid that glove.
Okay, but that should
He
still be...
was probably shaking from killing two people.
Okay, so you're killed, but taking off a glove, you don't think about it. Oh, am I going to take my left one off first? Or my
Was
right
he a
one
righty
off?
or a lefty?
He was a righty.
But that doesn't
And the
necessarily mean
autopsy-
anything. I'm a righty and I drive with my left hand.
Okay,
Sometimes rules don't exactly apply to everything.
Yes, but that would be... An outlier is very rare.
That's why they call it an outlier.
Yes.
I think a Heisman Trophy winning Hall of Fame running back is the actual definition of rare. I think there might have been a lot of things that he did that was rare.
Sure, but that's not going to say that everything he does is
Oh,
rare.
I'm just saying.
Okay, let's
That's
put it
how a
this
court
way.
works. You're allowed to say things, and then the jury thinks whatever the fuck they want to.
And the first person who did an autopsy, which was the original, whatever they're called, doctor, I know they're called doctor, but I don't know the full term, is he suggested it was a left hand for Nicole.
Okay.
OJ's right. So in the trial, they brought someone else in who said it was a righty. So now think about it. If that was said in court, if it was a left-handy, like a left-hand person.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this. I'm trying to find this article that.
Which one?
About Rosie Greer.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
Okay.
Huh? You find it?
Deputy heard O.J. Simpson confess. Maybe. In jail.
That's the first time I heard of that. I've heard that he allegedly confessed to a someone in jail.
Rosie Greer. He was a football
yeah.
player, but he was a minister.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm reading it. Hold on. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, I don't know. The whole glove thing, with the whole glove thing, it doesn't fit in the timeline either.
This was a cop who was in the jail listening to the conversations because he was in the room listening to the phone. You know how they do phone interview when you go see someone in jail?
Yeah.
There's a screen and you talk on a phone, but you're still looking at the person.
Yeah.
When it's a normal conversation, the glass is pretty thick and you can't hear anything. But I went back to monitoring the floor and doing paperwork. Suddenly he heard the thwacking sound of a phone slamming, and then he heard OJ saying, "I didn't mean to do it, I'm sorry." He slams down and yells at the top of his voice, which is loud enough to go not only through the glass but the ceiling, so I heard everything.
Okay, is he talking about the murders?
Rosie Greer.
Is he talking about the murders? Is he talking about running? Is he talking about what he did with the police, what he felt bad? Is he
That's
talking about
unknown.
killing his wife, or not killing his wife?
I think with that
Beating his
level,
wife?
I think with that level of emotion, you have to assume. Whether you
What
assume
if
the same
he-
thing or not.
what if
but
he truly
said,
regret
OJ,
beating her?
he says right after his name is Rosie Greer, the guy who OJ was talking to said right after this, he shouted and said, "OJ, you've got to come clean. You have to tell people. Come clean." Everything else was out in the open. You can't hide the Bronco chase. You can't hide that he hit his wife. You can't hide that he broke into his
you
house.
could hide how much he actually abused her.
Stewart saw Simpson bury his hand in the palm of his cupped hands and sat there for a minute or so.
Okay. I mean, think about it. Just because of his, I don't want to say mistake, but his mistake of beating her, that was a big aspect in this trial.
He wasn't allowed to testify.